So if you ever find yourself in a conversation with somebody where you're wondering like what should I ask next or what can I say to somebody to maybe start a conversation or to continue a dialogue, I'm going to give you a question that you can ask people that requires like a pretty decent response. Now, I want to go ahead and say that it's not a specific question, more so a couple words that we're going to put into the question we're going to ask. And this will make sense once I explain what it is that we're going to talk about. So just know that this will work for anything you want to ask. That's why I'm saying it's not one specific question. It could literally be anything as long as you include these few specific words. So before I talk about that, if you do like what you see in this video, please give the video a thumbs up, man. Brand new channel. I would really appreciate that. You would help promote the video into YouTube's algorithm so more people can see this, man. Thank you. All right. We're going to talk about if you were to. This question, if you were to, it forces the person to have to go inside and think about the answer to the question that you're asking them. So if you were to go to a zoo and they allowed you to ride one of the elephants for free and you could feed it and you could play water with it, would you choose to do that? Now, if you ask it like that, that would be a yes or no question. So we want to try to ask like open-ended questions. Hey, if you were to have a perfect weekend where you didn't have any responsibilities, what do you think you would end up doing? So if you were to have a perfect weekend, what would you end up doing? Okay, so when you ask that, hey, if you were to, then you transition, hey, if you were to go to a zoo and they let you, if they let you ride a giraffe around the park for free, what do you think you would do with it? Would you do that? What would you do with it? Would that be cool? So I guess so you can the question would be at the end. Like if you were to go to a zoo and they let you ride a giraffe. So we're basically setting up the question with the word if you were to, because that word is if you were to go to a zoo and then they let you ride a giraffe. They're going to have to imagine going to this zoo and actually riding a giraffe. So we're forcing them to imagine something. So it's almost like they're going to be able to get to live that experience right then and there. And if it's something really cool, like being able to ride an elephant around and feed it and play with it and splash water on it, then if they like that, they would do that. That'd be fucking awesome. Are you kidding me? So if you were to get people talking, because we're getting them to imagine, and if we can get them to imagine a situation that could be anything. Hey, if you were to go to a car meet, so let's say like when I had my M4 competition, for example, now back before I traded in for the Benz, we could say, hey, if you were to go to a car meet with your M4 and a guy with a Ferrari loved your car so much, he was like, dude, I'll trade you, that I'll just trade you my brand new Ferrari for your M4. Would you do that? Be like, dude, are you kidding me? Fuck yeah, I'd get rid of my M4 for a Ferrari all day. Yeah. Well, what do you like about Ferraris? So you could ask like a yes or no question like that, but then you would have to be able to get them to like explain afterwards. So like, because they're going to imagine going to a car meet and some dude with a Ferrari for some reason would be like, bro, I'll give you my Ferrari for your M4 competition, even though my Ferrari is worth like 400 grand more and you can just have it. The guy's going to have to imagine that. And then he'd be like, fuck yeah, I would do that. You could be, get a Ferrari. And then you'd be like, well, what is it about Ferraris that you like so much? And then from there, you would get them to explain. So that's what I mean by this question gets people talking, because it's opening a dialogue to a conversation where they had to like think about that experience on whatever it is. And if the person has to think about it, they have to live that experience inside of their head. And again, if you ask them something that they would like likely really, even if they don't enjoy it, if you say something that they totally don't agree with, well, then they're going to give you their answer based on like, no, I wouldn't do that and I don't agree with that. And then you could say, oh, well, why not? So you can go either way with this one, but when you ask questions, I would try to ask questions to people that that they like enjoy answering, because if you're talking to somebody and you're asking them questions that they really enjoy, they're going to be more likely to talk to you. So the if you were to question is a great way, like I said, to reiterate, to get people to talk, because this question allows you to get the person to experience something in their mind when they talk to you. Let me give you two examples of questions really fast, and we'll use a very generic one. Hey, what do you do for fun? So let's say, hey, what do you do for fun? Oh, I don't know. I like going to baseball games. Okay, cool. Hey, man, if you were to go to a baseball game and you watched your favorite team play, and for some reason they like literally gave you backseat or backstage passes to meet the players for free, how would that like would you choose to do that? Bro, absolutely. You kidding me? I get to meet my favorite team for free. Dude, yeah, it sounds sick, right? What about that do you think you would enjoy the most? Like what about meeting the players do you think you would enjoy the most? And then bro, I get to meet blah 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 blah. Like I don't watch sports, so I can't go much deeper into that. But I guess I gave you that example is you can start with the surface level question and then the if you were to, because then like, oh, I like baseball games. So if you were to go to a baseball game and somebody just gave you backstage, I don't know if that's a thing or not, meeting the players, but I'm the whole point of this is we're getting them to imagine being able to go backstage and meet their team and then telling us what that's like. So we're doing two things here by asking this question. We're going to get them to start talking because they're, these questions require an answer, but they're going to talk about an experience that they just had. And not only that, because you're asking them personal questions, people feel more connected to people and they like people more when the other person is demonstrating that they want to get to know about them more. So by getting them to experience this, asking them this kind of questions, we're demonstrating that we want to talk to you. We want to get to know you more. So not only are you going to get them to talk, but they're going to like you more because you're getting personal and you're asking about them. That's why this if you were to question is such a good way to get somebody to imagine something or like to continue a conversation. All you got to do is just throw those words in. And I guess it can fit really any situation that you want. So if you do like this video, guys, please give it a like. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. And hey, if you like, I don't know why I keep messing up this ending. If you like what you saw, man, and you want to get better at social skills, check out this video right here, man. You're going to love that one as well. Guys, hey, I'll see you in the next one.